Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear humanity, you are all welcome to listen and learn and enjoy. Listen as well as learning and enjoying. The topic we are looking at is health, red and white blood cells, and this is our first episode. This topic of health and of red and white blood cells in human bodies is mainly to encourage women and to enlighten women. The women are mothers of human beings. To encourage women to appreciate and learn how to manage their bodies as well as their children, the children that they produce or on this planet Earth. Dear humanity, as you can see on the screen, it says, I'm Islam. Then it says, humanity, every blood cell is in your body is Muslim. It says, I'm Islam. And it says, humanity, in red wording, humanity, every blood cell in your bodies is Muslim. And then, healthy, red and white blood cells, episode 1. Dear mothers, dear humanity, women especially, this message is for women, girls, because women, we are given a task to produce and keep the line of the continuation of human beings or the survival of human beings on planet Earth. That task was given to women because women do carry offsprings in their womb, in their bodies. A woman can produce a child after carrying or becoming pregnant and carrying a womb for 9 months. The womb is in a woman, or the creation of a baby is in a womb of a woman for 9 months. So this is a very, very important task because as living human beings on planet Earth, it is very, very important, especially for women, girls, and women, because they were given a very special task of producing, raising, and looking after their offsprings so that their offsprings are generations of the next generations. So, one of the most important reasons why I am opening up a door for women to see what is Islam in their bodies and what is Islam in the children that they produce and what is Islam in everything that a woman cooks for her children and herself and her husband. We are going to look at Islam. What is the relationship with the health of a woman and what are supposed to be her responsibilities when you are bringing up or when you are pregnant or before you are pregnant and when you are bringing up children of a womankind, because children, women or girls, are mothers in the next generation or in the continuation of human survival on planet Earth. So, women Many of you are somehow already have children. I appreciate that. And some, you are raising children who are under 3, 8, and some are 13, 14, up to 15 years or 18 years. And before that, you yourself, you were a girl, you were a little girl, of one day little girl. Your mother was like you, I mean, one day you were a little girl without knowing what is going on planet Earth and what is going on around you. So today, I'm taking you back on the very day, past the very day that you were born, before you were born, with what was the relationship of Islam, what is the relationship of your ancestors, the relationship of your ancestors, the relationship of Islam of your ancestors, the relationship of Islam or of planet Earth to your ancestors with Islam and the moon and the sky and the sun in the sky. What was that relationship that kept your ancestors to be able to pass on a creation which was your mother, and then today you are a mother who is having children to be able to continue the continuation of life on planet Earth through the task that we are given to you as women of producing and giving birth to children, or keeping the continuation of life of human beings on planet Earth. I said that we are going back somewhere a little bit, maybe let's say 300 years or 200 years or even further than that, because as human beings, as women, I'm talking to women, mothers, very, very special creation. One of the most important things you should know as a woman, as a mother, as a girl, that you are a very, very, very special creation. A creation that was tasked to carry on the continuation of life of human beings on planet Earth. And that is a very special task, which comes with a lot of special blessings. In your language, you say blessings, and it has special, what we call life ornaments. And one of those beautiful life whatever is that you can produce a child, an offspring, who will be a future human being, to carry on the line of human beings living on planet Earth. But when we take form as creations in the womb of a woman, creations which is an egg, an embryo, an egg. An egg takes form. It's a what we call Allah guides and commands what He knows, what He created us from. But I'll give you an idea of what we are created from. We are created from energies, and we are created from a fusion, and a fusion of energies, and molecules. So many things is involved in the creation of a human being, and what we call atoms and what have you. These are all, to you as a human, you may look at an atom as an atom, but it's an energy in one way or the other. So these are things that only Allah can command with His absolute divine holy greatness and glory, that He can command, and those whatever form and become an egg, and settles in the ovaries of a woman. all these things are done we're looking at an egg inside the womb of a woman. But before an egg is said to go into the womb of a woman, a child, that woman must have been maybe 8 years until 10 and 13, until when she became around 13 and has started her menstrual cycles, reproductive cycle or whatever, of menstrual cycles, monthly menstrual cycles. These are things that occur because of the absolute, divine, holy decrees of Allah, because a woman's menstrual and changes that go through the human body, whether a man or a woman, especially I'm talking to women. A woman who grows and starts from day one, and all changes come, rotations of changes in her body, and she changes an age when her breast develops. After her breast is starting to develop a little bit, her body changes. But these are things that are, as planet Earth, on which you women live on, or human beings live on planet Earth has a stake in the existence of human beings. That stake is also not a simple or whatever, but it's a very big task, because planet Earth produces whatever that human beings consume as food in order to be able to continue the life on planet Earth, or the life of human beings on planet Earth. And the moon also has a stake in the survival and the continuation of life of human beings on planet Earth. And the sun in the sky also have a stake in the lives of human beings and the continuation of life of human beings on planet Earth. So these are our stakeholders, not human beings as individuals. Because some people think that when you become pregnant, your pregnancy is only you alone who is the whatever. No, it's not like that. When a woman is born, a girl child is born, planet Earth has a stake in her well-being, growing up in a healthy environment, and so on and so on. And Allah, who created us, who creates whatever that exists, has a very big and a very, very big thing to make sure that human beings, or this creation that has been brought onto this planet, is well protected from any harm, from harm from anybody. So, as children, you begin your journey as atoms or whatever, molecules and energies, and then into the womb and so on, and then until the very day that you come out of your mother's womb. But Allah, the most holy, glorified Almighty Allah, as I said, Allah has the greatest of all wisdom and beauty of showing us how women are very special creations, because it is a very heavy, big task for a woman to be able to go through the pregnancy or having a creation in her body, and that creation has to take a period of up to 9 months. Because some women who have given birth to children, they will tell you that some pregnancies, if you're pregnant, is not a simple task. To some, it's a simple, those who understand the life, and to some, it's very complicated. This is very difficult because it involves a lot of work and whatever. But when we talk of being pregnant, not being a simple task, it is when a woman becomes pregnant, her body changes so miraculously that through the course of, let's go a little bit back before a woman becomes pregnant. When a girl is reaches the age of 13, she goes through what we call menstrual, she goes into what? Reproductive cycles, where she enters the menstrual cycles every month. Those menstrual cycles are triggered by, in a woman's body, it is what we call a pulse. That pulse has a sequencing signature of rotations of the moon in a woman's body, and that signature of sequencing rotations of the moon in a woman's body keeps all the changes that a woman, her body, her breasts grows and whatever, and also makes the pulse in the woman's body. Does the calculations of how many days should a woman go have we say that a woman takes 28 or 30 days to go to have a menstrual period. So when that happens, it's not a woman's body that it's a pulse. There's a frequency, a pulse frequency in the woman's body that is directly connected to the sun in the sky, as well as the moon in the sky, and on planet Earth, and the woman's body. Because the woman's body has to have a balanced gravity dynamics, which is equivalent to the sun and the moon, as well as the planet Earth, and her body. That if that gravity dynamics and other whatever that are energies are can allow her body to be able to do what you call to manage and calculate that this is 30 days. Your periods have come. You have to clean. You have to go to remove. The body has to remove unclean or unhealthy red and white blood cells and whatever, and renew your red and blood cells and the gravity dynamics and everything, so that everything, both gravity birth dynamics and whatever reproductive gravity birth dynamics of planet Earth are equivalent or are in kind of balancing whatever with the moon, as well as the sun and the solar system, as well as 7 near galaxies to planet Earth. So these are things that are done so that the body of a woman goes through the changes the very day she's born. She's a very special. Women are very, very special creations. Women are very, very beautiful and very, very special creations. So, with that, Allah has set what we call directives, divine holy directives, divine holy laws, divine holy prescriptions. But before we look at the divine holy laws, divine prescriptions, and divine directives, we are going to look at the relationship between a woman and the moon, because the moon and the sun are the most near celestial bodies of whatever planet Earth, in the solar system of planet Earth. Because the religion, I'm going to touch what is very important that human beings should know. What makes up a human life? A human life has what we call the articles that govern the human life. One of those articles is the article of what we call what we would call a religion. Life itself, when you say life is a religion. Life is a religion. That religion, its true name, its true interpretation is the religion of Islam. It's the religion of the sun in the sky. It's the religion of the solar system in which planet Earth is. And that solar system is the religion, or is the solar system in which the sun in the sky is. And that solar system is has a religion, and that religion is where planet Earth is. And that religion is Islam. Islam. The true interpretation of life, if you are to put it on a level of your own understanding as human beings. You would say life is a religion. Whether you, one way or the other, you want to believe it that way, but life is a religion. a religion whereby it's given tasks, it's given what we would contribute, directives that makes a woman to go through whatever that she go through, whatever, and change, her body changes and gets ready to have what we call a pregnancy. But be all that, the applications that apply because a woman has to eat, you have to eat, you have to do this and that. And those, the eating of a woman and her offsprings and how, these are things that kind of look a little bit normal because everybody every day has to eat something. Every one of you has to eat something in order to be able to survive. Every one of you has to drink water to be able to survive. Every one of you has to stand and get light in their bodies so that their bodies kind of are balanced. But the reason why your body can balance the heat with the red and white blood cells that are in your blood is because the true region of the sun in the sky, the true region of the moon in the sky, and the true region of planet Earth, and the true region of your red and white blood cells in your body that build, because red and white blood cells builds every muscle and every part of your body. Because the region of the red and white blood cells is Islam, which is the region of the moon, which is the region of planet Earth. Islam is the region of planet Earth. Islam is the region of the moon in the sky. Islam is the region of the sun in the sky. Islam is the region of the solar system in which planet Earth is. Islam is the region of the 7 near galaxies, or in which which are near to the solar system of planet Earth. Islam is the region of the entire universe. Islam is the region of the entire universe. And whatever that is in the universe. The region of all creations is Islam. So, the reason why a woman is able to go through the changes, the human body is able to go through changes to grow and whatever, is because of the region, the articles that makes up what life is. Because when a woman becomes pregnant, let's go back and see when a woman becomes pregnant. First of all, we saw that her body has to have a balanced gravity. There's what gravity that is able to give a woman what we call to balance her body. That she's able to balance her body. The gravity is gravity that is reproductive. There's gravity forces that are non-reproductive, as you have what you need, whatever those people who do physics. You have what you do have what a positive and negative, whatever. A balanced or a positive gravity dynamics allows a woman to be able to produce. And that gravity dynamics has to be equivalent or somehow in certain whatever frequency signatures in her body has to be able to balance with the moon and the sun and the solar system and the solar system, because when a woman becomes pregnant, like the day she becomes pregnant, after the period of up to a period after, let's say, 3 days, her body enters what we call a very miraculous phase, whereby, because there's a frequency, as we said, that allows the woman her body to be able to balance the gravity dynamics of the sun and the moon and the planet Earth with her body. But that changes when a woman falls pregnant after 3 days. Her body, the pulse, the frequency pulse, the frequency magnetic pulse of her body kind of opens up, and Allah opens up that frequency, and her body goes into direct interaction with the 7 near galaxies to the solar system of planet Earth. So when that happens, a woman, some women when they are carrying the womb, they experience what we call fatigue, because a woman, as we said, her body opens the frequency of the magnetic or whatever dynamic or frequency pulse that interacts with the 7 galaxies near to the solar system of planet Earth, because those 7 galaxies near to the solar system of planet Earth, there's what we call a mapping. When a creation is taking place in the womb of a woman, it has to be mapped. It has to be conditioned to allow the creation to be, if the day that when the child is born is able to have a little bit of familiarity with the environment where she's born, as well as with the familiarity with the sky, what we call space. When she opens her eyes, that her eyes are not hurting her, or there's so many things that are involved in the mapping of 7 galaxies, the information of 7 galaxies into the creation of a human being. Because that mapping is a continuation thing, because even if that child is born, the very day she is born, then she begins what we call phase 2 of the mapping of her body onto planet Earth. And also it records what if that child goes up and reaches the age of having carrying a womb herself. That very information, which was mapped by 7 galaxies into her body, will be able to be recorded into her body, so that it's passed on to her offspring, so that the continuation of life for human beings on planet Earth continues. And in modern times, because the mapping of the second galaxies, mapping the creation that is taking place in the womb of a woman, involves a lot of whatever, because the 7 galaxies are very, very powerful bodies of creations. Very, very powerful bodies of creations. Because these are galaxies which have what we call time zone rotations. Time zone rotations. A time zone rotation of a galaxy is very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful. A woman's body has to be kind of in good health in order to carry the womb throughout the 9 months. As well as carrying the womb throughout the 9 months, you have to be in very good health to be able to even go through the time rotations of a single galaxy among the 7 galaxies that are interacting with the woman on a constant 24-hour basis interaction when a woman is pregnant. Sorry about that. So, my people, we are looking at discussing red and white blood cells and the body of a woman and her relationship with the religion of Islam. And that relationship of the religion of Islam to a woman is very, very important for the survival of human beings on planet Earth. Because, as we saw, the sun in the sky, the religion of the sun in the sky is Islam. The religion of planet Earth and whatever that produces as food for human beings, the religion of those creations is Islam. The religion of the water that human beings consume every hour or every other hour, the religion of water is Islam. The religion of the moon, which allows the woman's body to kind of the woman's body to be able to work with the sequencing, rotation, whatever of the moon in her body, so that her body goes into counts that it's 30, it's 28 days that your body is now ready to remove for a woman to go into what we call a menstrual period. That region, that connection, that in the whatever you would call it, that is Islam, because everything is done in planet Earth as well as in the universe, in the 7 near galaxies and the solar system of planet Earth. Everything is done or is able to move onto the what we call an absolute holy divine holy decree of Allah, who created everything that exists. And Allah created those creations in the region of Islam, which is the region of the most holy, glorified, almighty Allah. The region of life. The region that allows a woman to be able to work in whatever, with the moon, the nearest body of our celestial body, to planet Earth. So the reason why I'm raising this point is that in modern times, there is a very, very dangerous thing that is going on planet Earth with human beings, whereby mothers who were tasked to reproduce and bring and keep the continuation of life on this planet Earth for human beings, they lost the idea, they lost the whatever, that they live in a different world altogether. Because some of our mothers, some of our people, women, they don't know even what Islam is. They don't have a clue. When they talk of Islam, they tell them Islam is a terrorist whatever the religion. Islam is not a terrorist religion. Islam is life. The religion of the water you drink, the religion of the water you drink is Islam. If the religion of the water you drink was a terrorist, it would have made you not be able to grow any, or not to do anything in your life. The religion of the air you breathe is Islam. The religion of a beautiful day when it rises, the sun and brings the light, the religion of that very day is Islam. Whereby the sun rises, it sends a salutation to everyone. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. This is me. Everyone, this is, you have a beautiful day. Like whatever that, because when Allah created whatever He created, He gave everything. What we call He commanded a divine holy absolute that everything should dispense harmony to one another. Galaxies, as I told you, galaxies are very, very powerful bodies. But those galaxies, they are able to, because of the religion of Islam, the beauty of the religion of Islam, galaxies interact with a woman who is pregnant to make the child in the womb, that child, that creation is taking place, to be able to experience the beauty of Islam, the beauty of peace, the beauty of harmony when the child is born. Whereby, even what you people don't understand, that when a woman is pregnant, when the 7 galaxies are doing the mapping or the information, whatever, that mapping involves the radius of up to 15 kilometers in the area where that woman lives. Because in the old days, before supermarkets were built anywhere, women used to do the hunting. They would go hunting for what to eat, so that they support their whatever that is in their womb, whatever that is taking place, or the creation that is taking place in their womb. So they used to go hunting fruits. So they used to use the interaction of the 7 near galaxies into her body, because when the 7 near galaxies are interacting with a woman, they do mapping of the area of up to 15 square kilometers in the of radius in the area where that woman lives, to allow her body to be able to, if there were no supermarkets, she would go hunting And the whatever in about of the 7 galaxies will help and say, take this direction, there's a tree there, pick a fruit, there's a this there, do that and that. But in modern times, you have what you call supermarkets. Whatever you want, you just go to the supermarket and buy something, and you go back to your house and so these are things that women should know. My people, this information should be very, very open to every woman on this planet, that you are a creation who are Muslims, and the children you carry on this planet, the children you carry in your womb, these two creations are Muslims. Every living human being on this planet is a Muslim. Is a Muslim. Whereby that if you were to go back inside in the womb, no, we will not go back inside the womb. Let's see how a child is born the very day that she arrives, the very moment that a child comes out of the mother's womb. My people, especially mothers and human beings, the very day you are born, the very moment you come out of your mother's womb, Allah commands you to be able to register your voice, the name of Allah in your mother's brain, in the center of your mother's brain. By Allah commands you, because when a child comes out of the woman's womb, she makes noise. That noise is like a direct talk. A baby, where every human being that was born, the very first voice that comes out of their mouth is a very holy, beautiful name, Allah. That child is commanded by Allah. That when you come out of your mother's womb, the first noise you mention my name, and that name is Allah. Why? Because Allah created the signature in the throat of every human being. In the throat of every human being, there's a special signature. That signature allows and helps the child to say Allah, even though, because the child has never used her tongue to speak any word. She has never used her tongue to say any word, like I'm saying now. That I say Allah in a whatever pronounce or a tone that you can hear it. You can hear all the whatever of me saying Allah Akbar. But the child, when it comes out of the womb, because she's not using the tongue, she's using the signature of Allah in the throat of her neck. That signature makes the child kind of human beings think that she's crying. The baby, when a new born child comes out of the womb, she's not crying. She's commanded to register her voice in the mother's center, whatever brain. There's a middle of the brain here in the human body, or in the human head, in the brain. There's whatever that the voice of a child. Once she says Allah to the mother, or say Allah, Allah, Allah. I mean, I'm trying to show you that how a child is, what you people call calling. He said Allah, Allah, Allah. Oh, Allah, Allah, Allah. That sounds like crying. But the child is saying Allah, 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 Allah. So that she registered that name of Allah in the center of the brain of the mother who carried her for 9 months. Because when the child was in the womb, the mother did not know how the child looks like. And the child doesn't know how the mother looks like. In order to recognize, the mother to recognize what she has carried for 9 months, the child has to make a code of the most holy, beautiful name, Allah, which is that once that name is heard by the mother, it allows the mother, once the whatever echo of the name Allah enters the brain of the center of the brain of a mother who carried the baby, her breasts will be able to release milk, so that the mother is able to feed the baby with milk in her breasts. Now, people, these are facts. Medically, they can tell you these things, but their interpretation of these facts are kind of distorted. I don't know whether due to corruption or wickedness, but these are facts which have medical kind of medical records, which can easily, if you go and research and really look at this information, you find that this whatever that I'm saying has every fact and detail. However, the interpretations, how human beings interpret this whatever is different from what we or I, who is interpreting from a spiritual and a guidance that was given to me to show human beings that human beings in modern times today, you have a problem. You have a very, very big problem, because you, the very, very human beings who are, their bodies are built, muscle, every muscle in their bodies is built by red and white blood cells in their bodies, and those red and white blood cells, the origin of those red and white blood cells is Islam. So when you people of modern times today utter blasphemy and you say that we are in confrontation, or you are in confrontation with the religion of the sun in the sky, with the religion that allows a woman's body to kind of go through menstrual cycles, which is with the frequency of the moon in her body, as well as the frequency of the sun in her body, as well as the frequency of planet Earth. And that trigger counts and say, now it's 28 days, a woman is ready to go into a menstrual period. If you people are in confrontation and discipline with the region of the red and white blood cells, and it's the region of the sun in the sky, and it's the region of the moon in the sky, and it's the region of planet Earth, and it's the region of the water I drink, my people. And I'm telling you today, hear it from me. You are a people, maybe committing suicide with your bodies, because your bodies, the very red and white blood cells in your system, will mutate into tumors, because you as an individual are saying to that system, I don't like Islam. I'm fighting Islam. I hate Islam. So you are hating, or you hate a religion from which every muscle in your body was built. You are saying you hate a religion from which your body is able to eat something and convert that whatever you eat into energy and whatever, but you say you hate that religion. I think you are a people committing suicide. You are a people doing what? Committing suicide. Because one or the other, maybe you did not know what Islam is. But I'm explaining to you what Islam is. And for your information, Islam is the religion of the entire universe. You as an individual, when you say you are, or you say you are corrupt, or you are fighting, or you're doing anything, the first damage is on your bodies. You as an individual, your very body, the moment it enters your brain and you are fighting Islam, your cells, your red and white blood cells will send a signal to your body, will trigger on a signal, and your body will make you feel weak. After feeling weak for maybe 3 days, the next thing you feel, you need to see a doctor, or you get a persistent headache as a signal from the red and white blood cells in your body. If you persist and do not change your ways, that you are fighting Islam, you are a Christian, you are descendant, the entire body will will take you into what we call a phase whereby either your blood pressure changes, after your blood pressure changes, then things continue to one another, whereby you find yourself being admitted to the hospital. Why? Because in your system, as a woman who her body depends on the frequency of Islam in the moon, in the sky, to be able to either regulate your menstrual cycles, count that this is 30 days now, your body is ready to go through the menstrual, whatever. If you are saying you are fighting Islam, my people, mothers, this message is to women, because you are the mothers who have kept the life of human beings in continuation for centuries. But that has been being attacked by your own very ideologies and blasphemous, evil, wicked ways. When you people turned against your own the religion that builds every muscle on your bodies, and you turn against that very religion, and you say you are fighting Islam. In modern times, in America, in Europe, even in Africa, you have men who say, we are militant Christians. We are militant Christians. They are fighting a religion that builds every muscle on their bodies. They are fighting a religion of every plant on this planet. They are fighting a religion of every drop of water on this planet. They are fighting a religion of the air that they breathe in their lungs. My people, that is a very, very reckless, very, very misguided, very, very evil, misguided belief that you are fighting Islam because you say you are Christians. Because I'll show you just a little bit about what you people understand. Okay, I will not go into Christianity now. I'm just showing you my way of Islam, which is you one or the other. It's the way that your life, if you don't want to attack your life, you as an individual self, and protect yourself from the dangers of nature saying to you, asking you questions. Which questions? Whereby you put in present time today, many of you have what you call climate change, global warming. These are questions either asked by the sun in the sky, which is a Muslim saying to the people of our planet Earth. The moon in the sky is saying, human beings. The mother planet Earth is saying, human beings. What kind of life do you want on this planet? The one of either bloodshed, which is because when you say you follow Christianity, it's a religion who says they crucified the Son of God. The shedded blood of a Son of God. So that is a religion of bloodshed. Or you follow the religion from which your mother was able to, her body to work with the religion of the moon, which is the religion of Islam, so that her body gets ready and produces you, or helps her body to be able to go through 9 months while you are in the womb of a woman. And that religion, which produces everything that you've ever put in your body as food. When you say you are fighting that religion, my people, human beings, you are in a state of seizure of foolishness, that you are committing suicide while you don't know, because you are fighting the very religion that builds every muscle on your bodies. So, going back to show my people, especially mothers, because mothers, you are very, very special creatures. As I showed you, your body is kind of a work. They have a whatever that manages either the dynamics, the birth dynamics, and the continuation of human beings to be able to produce one another. But those who carry the children in their womb is women. And the woman's body has to be in very, very good condition to be able to go through 9 months of while there's a creation taking place in her body. Whereby Allah says, women or human beings do not drink alcohol. That's a divine law, divine command. Allah says, do not consume alcohol. As human beings, do not consume alcohol. Why? Because a human body or a human body does not know how to remove alcohol from the body of a human being. And a human body does not have the mechanisms to remove alcohol toxic gunk toxins from the human body. And for women, because alcohol Allah has forbidden, and once you drink alcohol as a woman, first of all, whatever elements that is in alcohol toxic gunk, or whatever elements of alcohol toxic gunk will go straight into the ovaries of a woman. When the alcohol toxic elements of alcohol toxins enter the ovaries of woman, they kind of form up a lining in the ovaries of a womb in the womb of a woman. So when a woman an egg is put into the womb in the ovaries, instead of sitting on a space whatever, it will sit on the kind of mucus of alcohol toxic gunk toxins, which has formed as a lining in the ovaries, causing or damaging the egg that is gone in there, causing it to be genetically altered. Whereby, if it's an egg is genetically altered by alcohol toxic gunk toxins, it's very open and very you don't need rocket science to know that whatever when a child that of a woman gets pregnant, that very egg, it because genetically altered or genetically disfigured, the child will have a medical condition or a medical disorder, one or the other. It might be a severe medical disorder or a mild medical disorder. But it doesn't matter, because whether it's severe or mild, these are disorders which you as human beings, you don't need in your bodies. These are what we call medical disorders which you don't need in your bodies. And for your information, these disorders, because the genetics of the egg that was attacked by the alcohol toxic gunk in the ovaries is altered, that means that becomes a genetic whatever, which translates, that is a hereditary disease, a hereditary alteration of the genetics, which is a disease, a new disease, which is has whatever on the genetics of human beings. So Allah says, human beings, do not put alcohol in your bodies. And I'm going to take you back about the effects of alcohol in a woman's body. Because alcohol, as I showed you, Allah has forbidden alcohol, that do not consume alcohol either as a woman or a man. Why? Because once alcohol enters the human body, because the body does not have the mechanisms, doesn't know how to remove it, it will attack every red and white blood cell. When alcohol enters the human body, the element of a toxic whatever in the alcohol attacks the red and white blood cells. And once it attacks the red and white blood cells, it disables the red and white cells, because a red and white blood cell has what we call an electrical spasm. An electrical spasm. Once alcohol enters the human body, it will attack and disable that electrical spasm. once the electrical spasm in red and white blood cells are disabled, a person will go into what we call the brain of a person will go into what we call a partial paralysis, or the entire body of a human being will enter what we call a partial paralysis, because the brain neurons in the brain of a human being have been kind of starved of oxygen or electrical spasms, which are found in the red and white blood cells, because the red and white blood cells have been disabled by the alcohol, whatever alcohol toxins in the body of a human being. And with the alcohol in the red and white blood cells disabling every electrical spasm in the body of a human being, that means the body, as I told you, does not know how to remove or how to stop alcohol disabling the human red and white blood electrical spasms that allows the brain to function properly, that a person is able to reason, to have a reasoning accountability, to be able to recognize themselves. But once the brain neurons are disabled or are in a phase of partial paralysis, that person cannot even articulate meaningful speech. If she or he is asked a question, that person wouldn't be able to say anything meaningful or anything making sense if she's asked a question, because her brain is in a state of partial paralysis. And for the people who call themselves neurologists, the people who study the brain, they'll tell you that a human brain, if it goes in a state of paralysis, if you were to count 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and a minute, that whatever of time, that whatever that the brain is in a state of partial paralysis, is very deadly to the entire body organs of a human body, in a human body, because the brain, every nerve, whatever reflex, whatever is cut off. The coordination to the heart and whatever is kind of disabled. It becomes the heart tries and it wants to do the right thing. The same goes to the kidneys. The same goes to every part of your body. Why? Because first, the red and white blood cell electrical spasms, sequencing rotation, have been disabled or killed by alcohol. So the red and white blood sequencing electrospasms of whatever in the brain, in the blood cells, is been kind of either cut off or disabled. So the brain is starved of electrospasms, and it goes into what we call a partial paralysis. So Allah has said, people, human beings, do not do these things. Allah created whoever is on this planet, whatever that human beings eat, whatever is living on this planet. It's Allah who created that. And he sent a manual, what you call a common man's language. He sent a Holy Quran. In a common man's language, you would say it's a manual of how human beings should live in their societies. You look in the manual and you say, according to this, I'll be able to operate this, whatever, like this. But I said, this is a Holy Quran, my book, that you as human beings should consult and learn how you are meant to live in your societies, in your bodies, without harming your bodies, or without causing harm to others, or without causing harm to the environment, without entering in conflict with your own bodies, whereby some of you today, they say, we are fighting Islam. How many cancers can you record on a daily basis? Worldwide, how many? I think the range we can put the range up to something like new cancers on in human bodies every hour, every day. We are talking over at least I think it's something like 280 or 88,000 cases of new cancers that men cannot interpret or illustrate or cannot interpret how they occur in their bodies. Why? They do occur because you as an individual whose body was built by a red and white blood cell under the absolute divine decree of the religion of Islam, you are in dispute with the religion of the red and white blood cells of your own body. So as a result, your body, first it will send signals. If you don't adhere to the signals of whatever your body tells you, you end up making your body, your red and white blood cells, commit suicide. When they commit suicide, they form into blood tumors, cancer tumors. They will mutate into cancer tumors. Once the body goes into the suicide mode and they start forming cancer tumors, it's too late for human body to be repaired, because once the body kills itself, it kills the immune system. You as an individual, you were given signals, warning signals, but you did not respond. You thought, oh, I'm not a Muslim, I'll drink as much as I can. I'm not a Muslim, I'll go and shoot so and so. I'm not a Muslim, I'll do this and that. Whereas you are doing all that, while you eat every day. The food you eat is Islam. The water you drink is Islam. The air you breathe is Islam. Yeah? My people, especially this message goes to the mothers and people who are tasked to look after and produce children. A woman who keeps a child in her womb for 9 months. My mother, my child, my little girl, get to know the true religion of your own red and white blood cells. That, if you know that, go and do research in the Holy Quran, because it's the only authentic manual that was given to human beings as a guidance on how human beings should live in their bodies and how they should live in societies and how they should live with the environment and all conditions around them. All that, whatever divine prescription and guidance and divine laws are found in the Holy Quran. Okay, this has been episode 1 of we trying to see what is Islam with you as a woman. The next time I come, we will look further on episode 2. We will try and explore what is your relationship with Islam and every plant and every other thing that is around you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.